You know, commercial success of new ventures depends on adequate financing. It depends on the ability to operate without excessively high taxes or burdensome regulations, which can stifle innovation and expansion. And this is especially true in the context of breakthrough systems and radically new financial instruments, which is, of course, what we're talking about at this conference. And that is that innovation is outpacing the need for protective regulation. And in the United States, as I understand it, state regulation, or the absence of regulation, policies and regulations and legislation that assumes blockchain is impossible to change is naturally going to be different from policies based on the premise that while records are very difficult to alter, it may be possible.
It is a problem that is well recognized by a number of European policymakers. It is a problem because there's some kinds of activity you just cannot finance by a bank loan, and that's innovation, startups. You do need risk capital, and for that you need capital markets. From the point of view of blockchain community development, I think it's absolutely crucial to avoid the mistake of trying to sidestep some of these regulations. And I think and your businesses to flourish, you do need to work hand in hand with the state as it is, and not just replace it completely, because otherwise you will end up in a situation where you'll be repeating the same mistakes that were made in the old school economy.
The internet stock is a weird thing, so I think that we actually need to have compliance and reporting at the exchange layer rather than at the government layer. You know how many startups are listed on AngelList? 500,000. So let's get ready for a world in which there are going to be 500,000 or millions of tokens being generated and being launched. And what does that look like? And a number of them are going to die. Most of them are going to die, but some of them are going to become massive Amazons of the crypto world. Challenges are, when we talk about startups working with governments in this space, which government? You know, if you look at the top 100 cryptos, only about 10 to 15% of them are actually US based. 40% of active crypto traders are in China. The biggest trading pair in the crypto world is Bitcoin yen.
I think public policy is important for this space, but I'm an optimist, and I think the technological things can be generally solved. It's not going to happen in a year. This is very different than the internet. The internet was developing and evolving for 20-some years before a lot of capital got thrown on top. And since we're talking about the future of capital markets, blockchain has a different life's evolution where the capital markets have come in a lot faster.
I think the ability to solve some of these technological problems on blockchain is going to impact on the cryptocurrencies, because they're obviously dependent on blockchain. And to the extent that it becomes increasingly efficient and more broadly used.
Crypto markets today is like what, 500 million, 400 million?
300
something
billion.
like that, 300 billion. Once you actually start to get in the tens of trillions of dollars, many other assets start to get tokenized and actually start to be brought under this umbrella, I think that you actually will start to see more concentration of volatility in some of the smaller caps and less volatility in some of the older, more established tokens.